Nathan Fillion appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel Show expecting a friendly, engaging interview about his latest projects. The atmosphere was initially light-hearted, with jokes and laughter exchanged between him and Jimmy. Fans anticipated a fun segment filled with stories from his career. However, the interview quickly took a tense turn when a sensitive topic arose, catching Nathan off guard and creating an unexpected clash. The conversation started casually, with Jimmy asking Nathan about upcoming shows and personal anecdotes. Nathan shared humorous behind-the-scenes stories, keeping the audience entertained. For a brief moment, the energy felt relaxed and natural, capturing the familiar warmth of celebrity interviews. The audience was fully engaged, unaware that the discussion was about to become much more contentious. The tension emerged when Jimmy raised the subject Nathan seemed reluctant to discuss. Subtle changes in his facial expression and tone indicated discomfort. Nathan attempted to respond politely, but his hesitation signaled that the topic was crossing a personal boundary. The audience noticed the shift immediately, sensing that the conversation was moving into sensitive territory. Jimmy pressed further, trying to get Nathan to elaborate on the issue. Nathan's responses became careful and measured, choosing words to maintain professionalism while signaling that he was uncomfortable. The studio atmosphere grew increasingly tense, and viewers watching at home began to react to the unusual tension on social media. Nathan explained that he preferred to focus on his work and upcoming projects rather than a controversial topic. His tone remained polite but firm, clearly setting boundaries. Jimmy, slightly surprised, attempted to continue, but the atmosphere had already shifted. The audience sensed the seriousness of Nathan's position, and murmurs of intrigue ran through the studio. As the questioning persisted, Nathan's body language reflected frustration. He leaned back in his chair, his expressions hinting at growing impatience. Jimmy tried to redirect the conversation with humor, but Nathan remained steadfast. The clash highlighted the delicate balance of live television, where a celebrity must navigate intrusive questions without appearing confrontational. Nathan calmly reiterated his preference to avoid the personal subject. He emphasized his desire to focus on professional accomplishments. The audience responded with quiet acknowledgement, recognizing his assertiveness. Social media began lighting up with viewers praising Nathan's ability to maintain composure under pressure, applauding his decision to set clear boundaries. Jimmy attempted a lighter question to ease tension, but Nathan remained firm. He repeated that certain topics were off-limits and should not be pursued further. The audience, both in studio and online, realized this was no ordinary interview. Nathan's composure contrasted sharply with the rising tension, drawing admiration for his professionalism. Subtle sighs and pauses signaled Nathan's growing frustration. He stayed polite but resolute, communicating that he would not tolerate continued probing. The studio fell into charged silence as viewers became captivated by the unexpected confrontation, understanding that Nathan was asserting his dignity in a challenging moment. Jimmy tried again to pivot, attempting humor to diffuse the tension. Nathan, however, kept his tone steady and his message clear. He was unwilling to answer questions he considered inappropriate. The clash became a demonstration of setting personal boundaries while remaining composed on live television, a rare occurrence in celebrity interviews. Nathan's gestures, subtle but deliberate, emphasized his points. He requested the focus remain on his work and professional projects. The audience acknowledged the assertiveness, while online viewers praised Nathan's refusal to compromise his values under public scrutiny. The incident quickly became a talking point for fans and media analysts alike. Jimmy attempted to shift the conversation back to neutral topics, but Nathan's replies remained concise and firm. He refused to be drawn into personal controversy, making it clear his boundaries were non-negotiable. The tension on set was palpable, with the crew carefully monitoring the interaction to prevent further escalation. Nathan's patience began to show strain. Though calm, his facial expressions revealed increasing frustration. He politely but firmly insisted on redirecting the conversation. Online viewers and live audience members alike recognized the extraordinary composure he exhibited, reinforcing his reputation as a principled and professional actor. The studio atmosphere grew increasingly tense. Nathan articulated his boundaries clearly, emphasizing that discussions should remain professional and relevant. Jimmy's expression reflected surprise and concern, realizing the conversation had escalated unexpectedly. The audience was captivated, sensing the potential for a dramatic moment. Nathan addressed the audience directly, asserting that he would not engage in questions he deemed inappropriate. His calm yet firm tone conveyed authority. The live audience and viewers at home understood the seriousness of the situation. Nathan's behavior showcased rare emotional intelligence and professionalism under pressure. Jimmy tried one more time to reframe the discussion, but Nathan's responses were deliberate and measured. He emphasized that he would not answer further questions on the sensitive topic. The tension in the studio reached its peak, signaling that a decisive action was imminent. After another probing question, Nathan's composure was challenged. He calmly warned that continued pressure would leave him no choice but to exit the interview. The audience sensed that the confrontation was approaching a critical turning point, with all eyes on Nathan. In a climactic moment, Nathan stood up from his chair. Cameras captured his deliberate movements as he addressed Jimmy one last time. He explained that the persistent line of questioning was inappropriate and that he could not continue under such conditions. His voice remained calm, yet conveyed authority and finality. Nathan exited the stage gracefully, leaving Jimmy and the audience stunned. The studio fell silent as production staff scrambled to adjust the live broadcast. Social media immediately erupted with clips and reactions, turning the segment into a viral topic and sparking debates about celebrity boundaries and media ethics. Jimmy attempted to comment on Nathan's exit, expressing surprise and concern. The audience reacted with a mix of shock and admiration, while viewers at home flooded social media with opinions. The segment quickly became trending news, highlighting the unexpected intensity of a celebrity interview gone awry. Media analysts praised Nathan for maintaining composure under pressure. Experts noted that live television can be unpredictable, and his ability to assert boundaries while remaining professional was an exemplary demonstration of emotional intelligence. The event became a teaching moment for other celebrities and hosts alike. Fans expressed widespread support for Nathan online. Many applauded him for prioritizing integrity over entertainment spectacle. Clips of his walkout circulated rapidly, sparking conversations about the necessity of maintaining boundaries in high-profile interviews. Nathan's measured approach earned admiration across social media platforms. Entertainment outlets analyzed the incident, emphasizing Nathan's calm, deliberate approach to leaving the interview. His behavior was framed as a masterclass in professionalism, showing how a celebrity can assert boundaries without resorting to aggression or hostility. Analysts highlighted the cultural significance of the moment. Nathan later released a statement, clarifying his perspective. He emphasized the importance of protecting personal boundaries and focusing on professional topics rather than sensitive, private matters. His statement reinforced the narrative of professionalism and dignity, enhancing public perception of his handling of the situation. Industry insiders praised Nathan's approach, noting that asserting limits is critical in maintaining long-term career credibility. The incident sparked discussions about how interviews should balance curiosity with respect. Nathan's walkout demonstrated the power of calm, assertive action in high-pressure media situations. Social media discussions continued to explode, with fans creating hashtags celebrating Nathan's integrity and composure. Clips of his exit went viral, emphasizing his measured and assertive response. Many viewers drew inspiration from his example, relating it to personal and professional situations in their own lives. Jimmy reflected privately on the situation, recognizing the challenge of navigating sensitive topics in live interviews. He praised Nathan for handling the moment professionally and hoped that viewers understood the importance of respecting guest boundaries. The experience became a lesson for both hosts and audiences. Analysts noted that Nathan's walkout could serve as an educational example for celebrities and media professionals alike. His calm, assertive approach highlighted the significance of emotional intelligence, demonstrating how to navigate potentially confrontational interviews while maintaining credibility and professionalism. Media outlets continued coverage for days after the incident, dissecting Nathan's behavior and timing. Analysts highlighted his poised, deliberate actions as a contrast to more emotionally charged celebrity exits in the past. His professionalism became a reference point for discussions on media ethics and public image management. Ultimately, Nathan Fillion's exit from the Jimmy Kimmel Show became a defining moment in live television. The incident was remembered for its dignity, assertiveness, and cultural resonance. It sparked widespread conversation about boundaries, respect, and professionalism, leaving a lasting impression on audiences and industry professionals alike. Backstage, Nathan leaned against the wall, taking a moment to process what had just happened. The sudden confrontation had left his mind racing, but he felt a mix of relief and tension. Crew members quietly observed, giving him space. Nathan reflected on how rare it is to maintain composure under live TV pressure, feeling proud that he had acted with integrity rather than reacting impulsively. Jimmy Kimmel stepped off camera briefly to regroup with his production team. He expressed concern for Nathan but also tried to analyze how the segment had escalated. The producers discussed whether the line of questioning could have been avoided, realizing that live television carries the constant risk of unexpected conflict. Jimmy's focus shifted toward managing the rest of the episode. Nathan's manager approached him backstage, gently asking if he was okay. Nathan nodded, explaining that he needed to step away from questions that felt invasive. The manager reassured him that walking off had been the right choice, emphasizing that public support would likely outweigh any criticism. Nathan felt comforted by the understanding of his team. Clips of the incident immediately began circulating online. Fans reacted with surprise, admiration, and support, praising Nathan for asserting his boundaries. Social media platforms lit up with discussions about celebrity rights, interview ethics, and professionalism, turning the segment into a viral moment within hours of airing. Nathan reflected on the questions that triggered his exit. While they seemed innocuous to some, they touched on areas he was not ready to discuss publicly. The realization that personal privacy must sometimes outweigh public curiosity reinforced his resolve. He knew that maintaining control of his narrative was essential for both personal and professional well-being. Jimmy returned to the stage to address the live audience. He expressed surprise at Nathan's decision but emphasized respect for his boundaries. The atmosphere in the studio was noticeably calmer yet still charged with curiosity. Viewers both in studio and online were captivated, sharing clips and commenting on the tension between celebrity privacy and host curiosity. Nathan paced backstage, trying to calm his thoughts. He replayed the moments in his mind, analyzing his tone, gestures, and words. Though calm externally, he felt a surge of adrenaline from having publicly asserted himself. The experience reminded him how rare it is for live interviews to allow celebrities the space to refuse uncomfortable questions without backlash. Producers behind the scenes discussed how future interviews might be structured differently. They considered strategies for handling sensitive topics with care while maintaining audience engagement. The incident became a learning experience for the production team, emphasizing empathy, preparation, and the delicate balance of live TV interviews. Nathan's statement to the press was prepared carefully. He highlighted the importance of professional focus and maintaining boundaries, ensuring the message reinforced dignity without controversy. Fans appreciated his measured approach, understanding that his composure under pressure made him a role model for handling public confrontations gracefully. Social media trends continued to rise as clips circulated. Fans praised Nathan for refusing to be drawn into uncomfortable topics. Discussions emerged about emotional intelligence, assertiveness, and respect in professional settings. The story resonated beyond celebrity culture, offering lessons about setting boundaries and handling tension with poise. Backstage, Nathan reviewed the footage with his team, noting the nuances in his body language and tone. They analyzed how his calm demeanor communicated firmness without aggression. The exercise helped Nathan understand how public perception can be influenced not just by words, but by composure, gestures, and timing. Jimmy and his team reflected on the incident, acknowledging that live interviews can unexpectedly escalate. They discussed ways to be sensitive while still engaging audiences. Jimmy emphasized that respecting guest boundaries is not a weakness but a crucial aspect of professionalism in creating a comfortable space for dialogue. Fans expressed admiration for Nathan's assertiveness in various online forums. Many commented on the rarity of a celebrity maintaining such composure in the face of uncomfortable questioning. The incident sparked wider discussions about respect, professional integrity, and the pressures faced by public figures during live appearances. Entertainment media highlighted Nathan's actions as a demonstration of professionalism under pressure. Analysts compared his calm exit to other celebrity walkouts, emphasizing that the deliberate, non-confrontational approach made this incident stand out. Nathan's behavior was praised as a lesson in dignity and assertiveness for public figures. Nathan slowly regained his focus and energy backstage, preparing to continue with interviews or other appearances. Though the confrontation had been stressful, he felt empowered by having upheld his principles. The experience reinforced his belief that setting boundaries is essential, even in high-pressure public scenarios, and that respect for personal limits is paramount.